That's right, it's time to bring you the news, the headlines happening in our country, and right now, our first story comes to you. The Electricity Company of Ghana is set to owe various electricity generating firms an estimated 3.7 billion Ghana cedis. Wow. A lot of this, the company says, the company has always argued has been outstanding because government has refused to pay the utility bills of state agencies. The indebtedness is, however, said to be making it difficult for the ECG to attract the funding needed to enhance its operations, and at the same time is impacting negatively on the operations of its suppliers. The Volta River Authority, the Ghana Grid Company, Sonon Asogli, and others. The issue came up in Parliament on Thursday after the loan request on behalf of the ECG was tabled in the House.
The level of ECG indebtedness was revealed when the Finance Committee of Parliament moved for the approval of $80 million loan from CalBank to government to enable ECG procure prepaid meters. Chairman of the Finance Committee, James Kluche Avegina's justification said the prepaid meters will help ECG increase cash flow and reduce commercial losses. But ranking member on the committee, Dr. Anthony Akotose, says the power company risks total collapse if measures are not taken to turn its finances around.
Support the motion that this House adopts the report of the committee. Mr. Speaker, ECG lately has been in the news for all kinds of reasons. In fact, I want to remind members that today is June 30th. Tomorrow, we are expecting our electricity bills to be reduced, as was pronounced by the President. The problem, however, is that in Ghana now, the only body that can reduce bills is PURC, either through the adjustment of the exchange rate or Parliament through a reduction in taxes. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, there's no bill to reduce taxes before us.
Honourable, please, will you address the motion before us?
It's related. So, Mr. Speaker, you see why I said ECG has been in the news for. I'm supporting the motion because I think we should support it. And I'm saying we are putting so much pressure on them, including trying to reduce our electricity bills, which is not likely to happen because we have not taken the steps to do that. So any action that will help ECG recover monies to pay off its debt, we should support. As of March 2016, ECG owes VRA almost 1 billion. Greatco almost 500 million. Ghana cedis. Sonon Asogli almost 1 billion. Senate Power almost 700,000. Bui Power almost 650 million. Car Power 77. In total, as of March, it owes these institutions as much as 3.75 billion cedis.
Former Power Minister Dr. Kwabena Donkor says Ghanaians must appreciate the difficult position of ECG and must help government to revive it.
I will want to correct a certain impression of government owing ECG, especially the MMDAs. Whilst I was minister, I raised this issue with the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Finance threatened that if we did not stop making this argument, the offset, ECG has some liabilities, loans it had contracted in the past that it is supposed to pay, but because of the nature of how challenging it is with cash flow, government has had to pay some of these liabilities on behalf of ECG. But ECG needs all the help it can to reduce commercial losses. Too often we have power being stolen because of the prepaid system. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion that ECG should be encouraged to collect all of its tariffs. And if prepaid meters are going to help ECG collect its tariffs, this is a cause that I recommend to the House.
Well, that's very interesting news coming from Parliament.
That's right.
You know, this whole government agencies and ECG issue, you know, because I remember some time back, everybody, the whole country was up in arms with this same prepaid meter issue, saying that these meters were actually draining Ghanaians.
That's right.
And it was interesting that Parliament didn't say anything about it, or I didn't hear anything about it. And today we are hearing these things. And but a very interesting comment I heard was the fact that the president said that from today, 1st July,
electricity tariffs will go down.
But the president said doom was over.
No. Didn't you hear what the minister said very recently?
No.
He said what we're experiencing now is blackout. It's not doomsday.
Wait. Does it come with special side effects? You know how photographers will take a picture and they do it black and white, monochrome?
No. It's blackout. It's not doomsday. It's not doomsday.
Well, we'll still continue with the news. The spy bill, spy bill withdrawn. Government has withdrawn the controversial postal packets and telecommunication bill, messaging bill from Parliament. The bill, which became christened the spy bill, was seeking, among other things, to grant access to the security agencies to tamper, monitor, and listen in to the private conversations of Ghanaians, ostensibly to safeguard the security of the state and fight crime. Well, Deputy Interior Minister James Agaga, who withdrew the bill, said government was still consulting after concerns were raised by some Ghanaians.
Which was laid on the 3rd February 2016. Right Honourable Speaker, I wish to seek your leave to do the withdrawal. Mr. Speaker, the withdrawal is necessitated by very compelling reasons. After the Committee for Defense and the Interior met to deliberate upon the bill, a number of critical issues were raised. We also took into consideration various memoranda submitted to the committee and think that it is imperative for us to withdraw the bill accordingly. Right Honourable Speaker, I submit respectfully.
That's right. Well, I think it's important when it's great when our government officials and our leaders listen to the people and then take a bold step as to withdraw this bill. But I have a feeling that it will resurface in one form or another.
Oh, are you sure they are not doing it already?
But it's important. It's interesting. I mean, looking at the footage, how empty Parliament is.
Oh, you know, it's election year, Charlie.
No, but we still have a country to govern. And
we have votes to win, which is more important. You know, the votes will take you for the next 4 years.
Wow.
So you sit here till November, your people will kick you out.
If I'm not lying, it's more than 70% empty.
Yeah.
Well, CPP is in the news, and the Convention People's the Convention People's Party (CPP) has suspended its General Secretary Ni Akonfra and National Youth Organizer Ernesto Yeboah after they publicly condemned President John Mahama for accepting a gift. Communications Director Abdul Kadir explained to Joy News on Thursday that the two were suspended for acts of indiscipline. The National Executive Committee took the decision on Thursday afternoon.
Wow. Well, interesting.
That's right.
They suspended them
for publicly
condemning. Okay.
The CPP has a clause.
Well, I don't want to think about it. I don't think far.
All right.
There's some health news here.
But the story on CPP will be coming to you in a short bit.
Oh yeah, we'll put it on the table. We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, the Apeguso Health Center in the Sujaman district of the Eastern region is still flooded 2 weeks after the community experienced some hours of rainfall. The facility, which takes care of about 50 patients on a daily basis, is now recording less numbers due to the current situation. Interesting.
Joy News visit to the facility saw how patients, including children and the aged as well as health workers, are struggling to move from one end of the facility to the other. Health workers said some patients were frightened at the mere sight of the flood, which is yet to recede. It was a challenge for this student of Apegusu Senior High School who was brought in with severe heartaches to get to the facility, so was immediately asked to seek medical care elsewhere. Patients who spoke to Joy News fear the situation will worsen as they experience rainfall almost every 72 hours in the area. They are therefore asking for help to save the situation.
Our clinic is full of water. It has flooded and the clinic is inside the water. Please do us a favor so that when a patient comes here, you will not lose his life.
Meanwhile, the health workers say the flood is also weakening the foundation of the facility, putting their lives at risk. Senior enrolled nurse at the Apegusu Health Center, Bridget Akoli, says this is affecting delivery.
The clients, some of them are afraid to pass on the board to the facility. So sometimes the old ladies too, they are afraid, and some don't have the strength. So we have to help them to cross the flood to the facility. The government should come to our aid, whatever they can do to let the place become unflooded when it rains or in the rainy season will be very much appreciative.
However, assurance by Esujaman District Chief Executive Thomas Ampemnyako that the situation will be taken care of is yet to materialize.
Wow. Well, sometimes these are the kind of stories that make you feel like Ghana is just about to crash.
It's heartbreaking to see a whole health facility in water. And that story about the boy with the heart.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very timely story. The fact that the news team got there
and they were able to get footage. I pray that he gets some medical attention as quickly as possible.
Somebody should follow up on that guy and find out what happened to him.
Yeah.
Well, let's find a way. I don't think it's so difficult to get those flood waters out of the compound of the hospital. So let's do that. Well, you know it. It's much awaited. It's been waiting all year. It's the Joy Bridal Fair. Well, the evolution of the planning and organization of weddings over the years has resulted in a lucrative business venture for many. Yeah, I should know.
Yeah.
In many,
in view
of this, Joy FM is back with the 2016 edition of the Joy Beauty and Bridal Fair. The fair seeks to highlight both wedding services providers and buyers together on a wider platform and also provide a total solution to the needs of prospective marriage couples across the country.
Amen. The Joy Beauty and Bridal Fair is a convergence of all players in the wedding industry, and every patron of this fair can rest assured that their expectations will be met. We spoke to one visitor who shared what she expected.
I just came to look through and then have fun. I want them to put up more stands for the gowns and other accessories so that when we come, we can get to see variety.
Now, if you yearn to walk down the aisle in style, then Ruby's Bridal has exactly what you need.
I'm even expecting more people to come this time around because I have a lot of things that I brought this year. I came with a lot of gowns, a new collection, bridesmaids dresses, little brides. I brought a whole lot of things to the fair this year.
The men were not left out. Don't stress by moving from one shop to the other in search of tuxedos or shoes. Just visit the stand of Prince Collections and sort yourself out.
We've got on display these two nice tuxedos like this. Example like this. This is a very nice tuxedo which is also appropriate for your wedding. So it's a three-piece. It's got this double-breasted inner vest. And then we can accessorize this with, nicer. This looks elegant. You can see for yourself that this looks very beautiful. So if you're a man and you're a groom and you really want to look good, this is an option. This is an option you can wear to look good.
Make a bold fashion statement with the Fashini Group, who will also be around to style and accessorize your look with their amazing jewelry collection and a special package for every diamond ring purchase.
We have great products here. We are also giving great offers. We are giving 50% vouchers off, and then we're also telling customers whenever you come in here, definitely get a sale, give special discounts to whoever walks in here. So just make it a point to come here and have the TOG experience that we want to offer.
And if you're indecisive with any issue pertaining to interior decor and other household needs, or Orca Decor has this for you.
We came on board because of one of our latest services, which is the Orca Gift List service. And so we are hoping that a lot of people will sign up to it. For example, couples to be, they have to just come to the shop, look for items they need to make their homes complete, make a list of it and indicate it on their wedding cards so that friends and loved ones will visit Orca Deco for their wedding list and then shop these items and gift it to them on their big day.
On the 30th of June through to the 3rd of July 2016, the Joy Beauty and Bridal Fair will provide all your ceremonial needs at one location, the Accra International Conference Center. So go on, be there.
That's right. So these are our headlines for the news on this Republic Day morning on the AM show right here on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. And we're still waiting for your messages. Share your messages on these stories with us on 0560 800 000 0560 800,000. Send us your messages and we'll discuss them here. But the story of the CPP suspending 2 of its executives because they publicly condemned President Mahama for allegedly receiving a gift. I don't know. I find it very weird.
Yeah,
I find it very weird.
It's weird because, one, this is political season.
Yes.
And in as much as there may be some facts that may allude to the fact that that story may be true, it's political season, and so a lot of propaganda is in the air, you know. And I think that they understand what's going on. Even the political parties sometimes do throw stories up which may not necessarily be true.
Yeah, but I would have thought that
issues that, you know, they openly say something
and so they are punished
and
for
so
it.
they are punished for it. I mean, where lies, you know, this freedom of speech?
Well, in all of this, the question I'm asking myself is, so I'm not talking about whether the story somebody's guilty or not, but my question is, what is the CPP's position on this matter?
Oh, well.
And is the view expressed by its 2 suspended executives contrary to the position of the CPP?
So the question is, why did the CPP suspend them? Is it because their condemnation of the thing went against, like you said, against the CPP's view of it?
Well, possibly, because listening to the flag bearer of the CPP when he spoke at the IEA, he didn't come out right to condemn it either. So maybe that's it's supposed to be the CPP doesn't find anything wrong with it, and it's well within their rights. It just sounds
but if the CPP doesn't find anything wrong with it, and there are some people, you know, what stops any opposition political party from saying that, look, we think that this thing is not in the right. I find this thing a little bit clumsy and a little bit awkward.
Well, CPP, come clean. Let's understand you. If we are confused, well, probably our viewers are confused.
We are 2 confused gentlemen in the studio, and we want to ask them.
Oh my God. Life is beautiful.
Yeah, she is. Okay.
Jessica Lani will be coming through to take us through our exercises, and well, she looks very well exercised.
No, I hear she'd actually be massaging some. Remember the last time we were here, she'll be doing a massage, a foot massage.
Well, if somebody looking like that is teaching you how to exercise, you better follow the instructions.
Hallelujah.
You better follow the instructions.
Side leg raise. Raise your leg, don't bend your head.
So she does look amazing. What's the color of the skirt? What color is that?
Charlie, you know, guys, we only understand
blue, green, red, yellow.
Primary colors. Please, ladies, help us out. Is that burgundy? Is that
color is
peach? Brown?
Wow.
I know it's quick out.
I love a lot of things, but I like the look in her eyes. Yeah. She looks like a great, very well exercised. So watch out. She'll be bringing us our exercise tips with a team of amazing ladies who'll be taking us through some great routines. We're still waiting for your messages on WhatsApp, 0560 800,000. Send us your messages and we will read them.
And please, if you know the color of her trousers,
yes, please. Advise us. But the trees at the back too, no be bad crowd.
The trees behind and the you know where they put the social media handles to it is not bad.
Very well. The elbow is very interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can obviously tell that we are quite excited about good things.
Yes, we have
Watch out for a lot more good things coming up on the AM show this Republic Day morning. It's Roverman Productions in the house, and you know, Dear God, is just around the corner.
Thank you.